Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Martina and this is my channel, The Holiday Workshop. In today's video I'm going to show you how I made these monster flowers for my Garden of Peculiar Oddities series. I want to fill my home with weird plants this Halloween, so I thought I would start out early. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also give my video a thumbs up if you liked it, because it helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's get into the video. This video is part of the Flower Palooza collaboration hosted by Annie from Crafting with Indiana Jones. Make sure to check out her channel and also the playlist with loads of fun floral crafts and inspiration. You can find all the links in the description box. So the first thing I did was to make a quick sketch of what I wanted the flower to look like. Then I used foam clay to shape the upper and lower jaw. Then I used polymer clay to shape tiny little teeth. I made sort of like a rice grain and then made it pointy at both ends. Each of these will be 2 teeth. Next I sketched out the petals. Then I cut out the template and traced it onto a thin cotton fabric. You need 2 pieces for each petal. I didn't know if I needed 5 or 6 petals for each flower, so I made 6. And since I made 3 flowers total, I made a total of 36 petal pieces. This is the flower I was inspired by. So I started by painting all the petals with dark purple acrylic paint. Once completely dry, I traced the petals again and outlined them with white acrylic paint. Then I decided that the purple was a bit too dark, so I added a coat of a slightly lighter purple. I also added dark blue at the bottom part of each petal. Then I painted all the details that's going to be green and pink with white paint. And once the white paint was dry, I painted it with green and pink. Then I added veins with dark blue acrylic paint. And next I covered each petal piece with Mod Podge. Then I used my craft knife to cut all the teeth pieces into two. Then I attached them using hot glue. I added more teeth in the upper jaw than in the lower jaw. Then I painted the inside of the mouth dark red and the teeth white. I also covered the inside of the mouth and teeth with Mod Podge once it was completely dry. Next, I cut out all the petals. Then I cut pieces of 1 mm aluminum wire and glued it to half of the petal pieces using hot glue. Then I used white glue to glue the petal pieces together. I used these metal sticks as stems for the flowers, so I cut them down to 3 different lengths. Then I bend the top of the stick a bit so that the head of the flower will face forwards. I cut off that little loop I made later on. Next I glued the jaws together and then I used a pointed tool to make a hole for the stick. Then I glued the stick in place. Then I painted the outside of the head with the same pink shade as I used on the petals. While the pink paint dried, I painted a small piece of fabric with dark green paint. This will be tiny little leaves for the back side of the flower. Then I added some purple details to the heads using the same purple as I used for the petals. Then I cut out 3 rows of green little leaves, one for each flower. Next I covered the head with Mod Podge. Once everything had dried, I glued the petals to the head using hot glue. I tried to make sure that the petals were glued both to each other and also to the head. I also made sure that the wire on the petals lined up with the beginning of the stem. Next I added floral tape to the upper part of the stem. Then I glued the row of green leaves in place. This is a bit fiddly, but they are mostly there to create sort of a natural transition between the petals and the stem. Then I added more floral tape, making sure that it covered all the edges of the leaves. I covered the metal stick with 3 layers of floral tape to make it thicker. I also like to leave a bit of the bottom of the stick without floral tape. This makes it easier to stick it down into the soil in the pot. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also give my video a thumbs up if you liked it. And make sure to check out the playlist that is linked in the description box, as well as Annie's channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.